Hi, I'm Terry Falk, and I love housing. I've worked at Black Diamond Mortgage for about 5 years and in the industry almost 30 years, all here in the Flathead Valley. When I was 2 years old, my folks told a story to me, because I don't remember it, that they bought a house out in the country for $2,000. It was a scary house. Literally, as a youngster, I remember about 6 years old, being scared about where I could walk on the property or even in the house. We had rats in the house. I remember big traps to get those. It was quite a project. It took them 14 years to remodel that project. And I was 17, roughly, when they sold the house for like $70,000. And I remember thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. They worked hard for that, but I was very attracted to the whole idea of real estate and the financing or the money part of it, right? So then fast forward to about age 26, and I started in the mortgage business and didn't know where that would lead me in my personal life with housing. But my brother was a contractor. So he built a house and had me do the construction financing because I had the job or whatever, and we did a spec house. Well, that spec house, that 6-month spec house turned into about 4 years. It was a difficult time, but we made it through, barely got out of that. My first real house that I feel like I bought was about age 27, maybe 28, and I bought a triplex with one of my best friends. It was a HUD repo. He encouraged me, and I was in the financing world, and he lived in one unit, I lived in one unit, we rented the third unit. It was an excellent way to get into rental property and investment property, and I loved every bit of it. Very transactional, very business. And it was a FHA financing that we did, 3% down. That was year, 1988 or 89. In 1994, we sold the house for double what we paid for it. Did a 1031 exchange into another rental property, and have had several rental properties, in fact, still do over the years, and have found that I like to say residential real estate rentals are not the quickest way to financial independence, but the surest way that I know of to get from point A to point Z. Essentially, you get your other people paying for your property, your retirement, paying off your mortgage. Now, it's more complicated than that. It does require a certain amount of attention and discipline and business principles. You can't just let it go. It's not free and easy, although I would say it's relatively easy. Anyway, so then that transpired to buy a single-family home, built one in about 1996. There was a couple homes in between there. And then ended up doing a subdivision, and I've lived in a house for many years since then. So I love real estate. I think it's so much fun. It's a numbers thing, which really clicks with me, and I'm happy to give any advice at any point in time to anybody, whether they're a client or not, about how to make this work.